The troubles that young people experience are sometimes severe and complex, especially in today's society, and whether that's at home or at school or somewhere in their environments, it stops them from accessing their ability to achieve. Dare to Differ is a unique organisation because it looks at the young person as a true individual and it wraps them in the support they need to really succeed. We're really lucky here at Dare to Differ because our team has a huge amount of experience which brings with it a diverse range of skill sets.
We are aware of the needs of that young person and we will develop a support plan for them so that they can transfer the skills that they will develop during their time of working with us and use those independently in real life.
The organisation I work for have accessed Dare to Differ for coming up for about 4 years now. And we like it because there isn't a huge criteria. We often have trouble accessing services for our young people because they don't fit criteria or the waiting list. We simply don't have that with Dare to Differ, so we can get in and do the work that's needed when it's needed.
We find the Dare to Differ programme extremely good. Workers are really diligent. They link in with the school systems. They mentor our young people who are struggling with behaviour, attendance, and also the biggest thing what we found they're useful is bereavement.
They come in and they work with us, they use our policies, they encourage the children and to do the work and to transfer their skills into their classroom.
I like the versatility that they offer as a service as well, so that can range from working one-to-one with children or working with groups of children, right up to assemblies, playground activities, playground supervision, coffee mornings for parents, all sorts of services that schools like.
It provides that absolute essential bridge between personal standards and the children, the people who they want to be in later life, and as a result the educational standards that they end up having by the time they leave in year 6.
Often, many of our young people are reluctant to engage with other professionals. We build that positive relationship with that young person so that they feel comfortable and they actually look forward to each session to meet with us each week.
We work with really vulnerable young people, so we need people that can do bespoke intervention with the young people that we work with, and Dare to Differ are able to offer that. So they will use the referral form, conversations to get to know these young people, and that works really well for us because a lot of interventions are one size fits all, and we can't use those with our young people.
So it's an integral part of our safeguarding protocols. We use it to work with those children who are hard to reach. We also use the outreach work that they do with the hard to reach families who, an example of, we've got a young person who doesn't attend school regularly. Dare to Differ does some outreach work, they've got them in and now they attend school 95% of the time from a percentage of about 25% of the time.
Okay, working as a busy SENCO, I know how hard it is to make referrals to get services to come in and support our school. The referral process is a phone call, which makes them part of our family because it's a phone call away. And it could be just for advice, it could be for working with troubled families, it could be working with numerous things. It's the fact they're building on the children's confidence and their well-being, understanding, and they're transferring the skills into their literacy and their numeracy and also to the topic work.
One child particularly springs to my mind, a boy, a very troubled young man who left us and moved to another school in Thanet because of the dynamics of the family. He went to live with another family member. He stayed at that school and was supported fully while he was there. Then the inevitable happened. He returned over to our side of Thanet and returned to school with us. And again, we're one phone call away, and with us and supporting him back in school within the first week of his returning to us, which for that young boy had massive impact on the way he settled and the way he readjusted back to life with us. So very flexible and very good for that young person in particular.
Our young people have a range of needs, anything from disengaging from education to becoming associated with quite troublesome activities that often lead to trouble with the law, And Dare to Differ offers a way out of that for them. So Dare to Differ will help us re-engage young people with education. They'll help us settle young people in foster placements, and just be that kind of build the relationship to be a guide to them, really, around those negative influences that our young people are so easily exploited by.
They're able to tailor the intervention that they provide to the information that the school's providing them. So it's not a bolt-on, it's not an additional service or level of intervention, it's integrated into what the school are trying to achieve. So when those children return to class after an out-of-class intervention, they're able to carry on making those correct choices that they've developed and learnt the skills to be able to do. Over the last 2 years, we've had 9 children in Year 6 with, I would have to say, severe and a complex set of needs. And through early identification, we've been able to put a programme of very specific intervention into place, which allowed all of those children to achieve what they're nationally expected to at the end of Key Stage 2. So all of those children, 100%, achieved a combined level 4 in reading, writing and maths. And in my opinion, that doesn't happen unless you get the personal qualities right, which will allow the academic success to follow. They're very aware of what's important as far as outcomes for young people, and the impact that their personal care has in developing a young person's values and opinions about themselves and others leads to higher educational outcomes. So for us, it fits well and truly within the vision and the direction of the school.
It is much more than a service of support. It is changing lives in a positive and measurable way.
If somebody asked me to describe Dare to Differ in a sentence, it would be that we are inspiring futures and generating change.